What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight, I wanted to talk about closure. I had the privilege of having a discussion with one of my coworkers, and I'm not going to get too much in detail about her story, but she was talking about a relationship she went through, and it was she felt like it was holding her back because she didn't get the closure from the guy that I guess the guy kind of liked. I guess they went they went their ways. I know what happened, but they went their ways, and she didn't get an explanation why. And I'm listening to her story, and I could see how much not just confusion it was causing her, but I could see that it was causing her to also be stagnant in her progression in life, because it was like she was holding on to something, right? She was holding on to she was staying in place. Not, I'm sorry, let me take holding on back. But she was staying in place until she's gotten the answer that she felt she needed in order for her to move forward. And I spoke to her a little bit about it, but I didn't get too much in detail with her because I knew at that moment she wasn't ready to receive what I was getting ready to tell her. And same thing I'm going to get ready to tell you guys right now. So the thing is with closure is people don't understand, like, one, you are the author of your own book. You're the author of your life. You're the one that's going to go. It's your story. No one can tell you how to tell your story. So the thing about it is, when one chapter ends, obviously you go to the next chapter. But there's times, and including myself, where I felt like I wanted clarity. I mean, not clarity, closure. I wanted closure because I think the human mind is curious. I was curious why things didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I was curious why we went separate directions, but I didn't push the issue. It wasn't like I need to know why this didn't work out. I felt like, look, if you want to tell me why it didn't work out, great, and but if you don't, then I got to live my life. So I mean, I really can't call it. Like, I would like to know, but I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop progressing in life because you don't have, the courage to tell me, or you don't respect me enough to tell me. So, like I said, the thing with it is that, with you being in control of your own book, your life is a movie. You're living out the movie, and, it is a book that's already written on you. So you are the writer. You are the author of your book. So I can't wait for so-and-so to tell me why things ended or why it didn't go the way that we had pictured it to go, and things of that nature. I can't wait on that person. It's not a co-author book. I run across other authors as I'm writing my book while they're writing their book, but I am the author of my book. So I have to be able to close out my own chapters. If things didn't work out the way I wanted to work out, then look, you get up, you keep pushing, because if you wake up the next day, guess what? Life goes on. So, in a sense, it's kind of like like you're handcuffing yourself to something. And until you get that answer that you feel is satisfaction to you, then you're going to stay put. But while you're staying put, guess what? You're missing out on all the other blessings and all the other stories that you could be jotting down in your life's book and your legacy. So, if you got fired, like I've been fired from a job. If I haven't told you on the post, I've been fired from a couple of jobs. And for the most part, I would say like one job, I kind of really did deserve it. Other jobs, it was like a lie. But for the jobs that lied to me why they fired me, I didn't stop looking for a job because they didn't give me a real answer why they fired me. I just kept pushing forward because I'm like, look, if you're not going to tell me what I need to work on, and that's what closure is. Closure is kind of like, is there something that I need to do? Me, myself, I think I'm pretty dope, and I think everybody should be thinking that of themselves. You should think that you're freaking awesome, that you're dope, and that you are the coolest person that you know, because you should think highly of yourself and highly of the relationship that you have with yourself. But the thing of it is that not all people think like that. So when I don't get the closure that I'm looking for, I'm not gonna second guess myself. We can all replay back, like, what? Well, I did do this, and that probably wasn't the best thing to do. And, maybe I need to work on that. there's always a chance to work on yourself, but never stop doing what you're doing, and never stop in your tracks because you're waiting on closure from somebody else. You are the author of your own book. By doing that, you're stopping the progress of the writings of your book, of the chapters of your book. And somebody's going to come back after you're dead and gone, and they're going to read your book, or you'll have, like, not dead and gone, let's just say telling your grandchildren, because people can pick up on pain and stuff like that. They can pick up on when you went through a lot of stuff, like, man, grandpa went through a lot. Like, he only talk about pain. He don't talk about no joy. But, staying on topic, like I said, a lot of times it's, we stop our progression just because we want to know the opinion of somebody else. And by you doing that, right, you don't even know if this person's opinion is even really valid. It could be some stuff like, well, I left because of this, like, because of that. Like, if you left because of that, you was going to leave because of anything. If you fired me for this, you were going to fire me for anything. But you stayed still because you needed an answer from them. Me personally, I keep moving forward because I have to always work on myself. I have to always, progress. And even for the people who see, like, the first videos I put out, like when I first started making videos, you can kind of see they went from like maybe, 90 seconds to now, the average video is probably like 10 to 15 minutes, and the topics are more in depth and things of that nature. But, you have to constantly work on yourself, and you can't stop your progress. You can't stop your writings because you're waiting on an opinion of somebody else. Like, your opinion of you should be the most important opinion to you. Bottom line, your opinion of you should be the most important opinion to you. And there's people who will come along who will help you out and say, you need to work on this. And, thank God for those people. But sometimes people, they don't have the courage to tell you, or they just don't want to, or they, maybe they left for their own selfish reasons, or they let you go, or they parted ways because of whatever reason. You don't really know what it's about. It could be something deeper than you can actually comprehend at that time. Maybe they're dealing with something, they don't want to drag you down. So like I said, don't stop what you're doing because you're waiting on the opinion of somebody else. Because if it's meant for you to hear what that person needs to say, you'll hear it. They'll tell you, whether it's now or later or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for writing your own book. So do not rely on anybody else's closure or their opinion of you to dictate what you should be working on. You know what you should be working on. And if you need advice, go to somebody who you actually value as a person, and, ask them, like, hey, be honest with me. Is there something I need to work on? Or maybe when I'm dealing in relationships, is there something I'm doing wrong or I could be doing better? Talk to your confidants, talk to the people that you confide in, and things of that nature. But don't stop what you're doing because, you're waiting on somebody else to give you an opinion. Like, your opinion is the best opinion of you. And don't do it in an arrogant way either. But like I said, you can kind of tell when you're feeling yourself too much, when you're doing too much, you're being too extra. But, you are the writer of your book. You are the author of your book. And don't stop writing your book because you're waiting on an editor's opinion, of what the words, how everything should roll out. Just keep your book going and whatnot. And then let the fans, let the fans are the people you come in contact with every day. Let the fans, see how they perceive your book. Because they can, what you think could be flaws is like, no, like, I like it like that. I like it when the verse is freestyle or the video is off the top of the head. Or they may like it when you take time to actually sit down and write everything. They may take time. They may appreciate the fact that you study your craft, or they may appreciate the fact that you're just good. You can get in there and just do it off the top of your head. So I want to thank you guys for listening. If this video was for you, thumbs up, leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for the new episodes. And I ended on this note: your opinion of you is the most important opinion to you. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.